Testimony.
Well, hello to the committee. I'm Isaiah Martin, and it's very apparent that no one seems to know why we're here. It just seems as if many are just sitting here going with the emotions. And it makes sense, because the game is rigged. We already know this way the situation's going to be. Many of you that are Republicans that are looking at you guys understand the game. You got to get Trump's endorsement. That's the name of the game to be a Republican nowadays. And you know very clearly that Trump told every single one of you that he needs 5 seats, is what he said. So why do we play this game where we come here to an empty chamber in which all of you pretend as if you don't know what's going on when you already know what the situation is? But the real conversation that we should be having, that I want every single one of you to understand, is that there will be a retaliation for that. You've seen states like California say that they will gerrymander Republicans out of their states. You see the same thing in Maryland. The same thing is going to happen in New York. While you were in here, Governor Kathy Hochul said that she will be gerrymandering Republicans out of their seats. The same thing is going to happen in New Jersey. So for all of the work that you guys see that you guys claim to be doing, when we should be talking about the fact that we live in a state that is unaffordable for people, our economy is wrecked, people cannot find good jobs, we literally have property taxes going up every single year, despite the fact that you Republicans have been in office for nearly 30 straight years. I mean, this is the game that we live in right here. And you choose, after we literally got after one of the worst mass casualty events in our state's history, to go and gerrymander people out of their seats. That's what you have chosen to do with your time, because you're scared of Donald Trump. You are scared and terrified because you're seeking an endorsement when you understand the truth. And the funny part about it is that you all know it's true. You can't react to it. I see you guys' faces. You can't react to it, but you all know what the situation is. Because Donald Trump runs this body. He runs your vote, he runs your vote, he runs your vote, he runs your vote, because you guys know that you cannot dare cross him. And ultimately, what we need in this state are people that have the cojones to actually go forward and call this stuff out. Because what you guys have done to this state is cataclysmically horrific. And I think that everybody across the nation should be able to go look at what you guys have done. So I look forward to Kathy Hochul getting rid of you guys as Republican friends. I look forward to Phil Murphy getting rid of your Republican friends. I look forward to Wes Moore doing the same thing. I think Andy Harris
Please finish
had
your
a long
testimony.
congressional career. He's about to be done too. All of them will be done. And you can thank your failed, senile, dilapidated, Epstein partying with president for all of the work that we're about to do to every single one of you.
Thank you for your testimony.
You did this, you caused this, and this is the
witnesses-
result of you and your work. No, I'm not going to finish.
Witness's
because
time has
ultimately,
expired.
I'm not finished.
This is Isaiah Martin. He spoke out against the gerrymandering Republicans are doing in Texas.
Because ultimately, who doesn't have a say in this are the people of this state, the 40 million people that you guys just kicked
Witness
off
will come to
healthcare,
order.
The people of this state.
The witness
that are now
does
gonna
not-
have
the
to
witness
go
is not
without SNAP
recognized.
As a result of what you guys have done, this is a result of your policies, and you have no shame.
Okay.
You have no shame. None.
The witness-
Zero.
the witness-
You have no shame
Nope.
for what you've done. And I think that we all should be standing
No,
up here and
just cut off his mic. Cut off his mic. Okay. That the gentleman will come to order. We will maintain decorum. The gentleman will be reminded one last time. The gentleman will come to order immediately. All right. The sergeants are directed to remove the gentleman from the room.
What happened next exactly? He had his mic cut off, and then
You need to have shame. You need to have shame. History will not remember you for what you have done. It is a shame. It is horrific for what you have.
Jesus! Jesus, get off of him!
It's horrific for what you have done. You should all be ashamed. America will rise up against you.
Whoa, sir, this is my first amendment. I'm sorry, you can't just wait.
As the chair has exhibited throughout this hearing, the purpose of today is to hear your testimony. When individuals fail to maintain order or decorum, It's disrespectful to the other individuals that are here.
There were multiple incidents thereafter.
You know, the funniest part about the Republicans sending me to jail was when I first got there, I actually did a town hall for the inmates. I know it sounds crazy. Basically, when I told them the whole situation, they were asking me like, what? Congress? How does that work? They're asking me about tariffs and childcare. I taught them how to register to vote, like how the whole process works. It's crazy. So when I think about it, not only did those Republicans and Officer Pillsbury Doughboy cause millions of more people to talk about their gerrymandering scam, I got a good opportunity to go talk about politics with some inmates that probably hadn't thought about it before. Definitely something I'll never forget. Oh, and if you want to make those Republicans matter, because you know, all charges were dropped, you can chip into our campaign, link to my bio. Let's send him a message.
Plus, he was sent to jail. Now, before we go all in here, don't get me wrong, great speech. It blew up on TikTok. It blew up on Twitter. Was it all by design? And should we potentially see this as a stunt? Well, let's dive in.
He's just running on. He's running against an opponent who's like 70 years old, right, in Texas. And she's pro Medicare for all. And he's not. It's just simply the aesthetics of progress with no actual interest in making change.
Why is he taking pictures with one Rafael Ted Cruz?
Excited to see this pass in this next legislative session.
Ted Cruz's comms teams has entered the discourse. Love to see you supporting someone who supports our great senator. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. No. Like, how do people find these people, man? What the fuck is going on? Then there's the campaign website, which initially included a platform but has been completely deleted. Olivia Giuliano also deleted a tweet of hers praising the abortion platform, as can be seen by his quote tweet. Previous platform highlights included full support for Israel as one of America's longest allies. It hasn't even existed for a century. Support for keeping private health insurance, implying opposition to Medicare for all. No support for making four-year college free. Notably, Isaiah found space in his platform for Israel, but not for LGBTQ rights or for the climate crisis. As these folks noted, yeah, this is what I was thinking of Eliza Joshi.
What's up with the Greg Abbott photo?
Even like other Gen Z TikTok Biden campaign defending liberals have been on this guy. He makes no policy mentions on environment, which is wild because even Republican Gen Zers are like bringing up the environment. All of those like Beto loving Gen Z guys in Texas, like what the are they doing? This lady is another one. Olivia Giuliana, 20, pro-growth progressive, fourth-generation Texan, abortion rights advocate. All opinions are my own. Isaiah Martin launched his campaign today with support from voters tomorrow. It quickly became clear that he's a centrist Zionist with a potential Republican sympathies. I'm going over the thread of all evidence below to keep it updated. Here he is in 2020 posting for photos with Governor Greg Abbott. This is at a rally for a GOP candidate, Angelica for Texas, who took tens of thousands from anti-abortion groups and Clarence Thomas's favorite billionaire Harlan Crow. According to his LinkedIn, along with Mark Cuban, one of Isaiah's interests is Republican in brief Trump press secretary Anthony Scaramucci. And it's one of my interests too, so that one is whatever.
Why in 2020, of all times, did you tweet your affinity for one Joseph Rogan?
Also, according to LinkedIn, Isaiah worked as a tough on crime Houston DA, Kim Ogg's assistant campaign manager from 2021 to 2022. After she had just defeated a challenger on her left, Ogg has tried to kick a socialist judge off the bench and continues to support the death penalty. This is probably his biggest crime. He said Joe Rogan has the best podcast on air, man. No comparison at 7:31, 2020. In 2022, Isaiah voiced support for suspending state and federal gas taxes. Texas will feel the worldwide increase in gas prices at the pump. Ask yourself, why hasn't Governor Abbott called a special session to suspend a gas tax? You know what this reminds me of? Bro, he's 100% one of those like r/neoliberal ass Democrats, dude. That's what it is.
I will say this one time and one time only. That's a lie. I'll say it more than once. Politicians are not here to save you. There is no perfect politician. This man is technically a politician. He is running for political office, and he's done this more than once. I believe what he is trying to do is stir up enough attention and garner enough support to continue running over and over and over again. He has a dream to be in political office. Why, it seems, there was potentially a switch is a question that I would have for him. I think his lack of Medicare for all, in this climate especially, is mind-blowing. I think him having Israel on his priorities page and then removing it is a tell. And to be clear, it's almost microcosmic of the Dems. They're suddenly on board. Like, I got a notification today that technically my senator, Tammy Duckworth, blocked arms, used her vote to block arms to Israel. Very late, but finally. Is he doing the same thing? Like, the past is troubling. The affinity for things that we might not agree on is pretty interesting to me, because I think I just view him as like a centrist lib. And while he is right with how he addressed the Texas House of Representatives, there's just more than what meets the eye.